Hello, my name is Stephanie Toman and I'm part of the DLC. If you've not heard of that, it's the Digital Literacy Centre that supports using, in my role, using Microsoft Office Suite. So today I'm going to do this video. It's not on Basic Word, they're just the slides we're using. We're going to look at how to create a PowerPoint presentation within PowerPoint itself. So no need to go off and find editing software, etc. that you can use. You can do a simple PowerPoint presentation in PowerPoint. So to begin with, let's have a look at Learn More. This is a really good feature. It's going to help you if you want to sort of like look at going further or double check what something does. It's got lots of information all about the tab. We're in the Record tab. You can see at the beginning, it looks at these tabs here and how they work. And then you've got the fact that you can have different views, and you can have a way of sort of like having teleprompt view where you keep eye contact. You can have a presenter's view where you can put notes in of your own that will tell you when an animation's coming up, etc. if you present it like that. And then they've got the normal slide presentation view. You've also got the fact that you can export these videos quite easily into MP4s, and they will normally work going up onto YouTube or Owler or sort of like areas like that. So they're quite well used and well known. So that's a good way to export, and you've got it then to use future times. You can also save it as a PowerPoint presentation that could be useful. And you can blur the background. So if you're putting your camera on, we'll have a look at that. Then you can actually have a blurred background so that people don't see what's going on around you. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got our indicator here, how we preview a recording. So this indicator will show, this part will show the slide per slide, and this is the overall time. So we'll have a look at that. I'm just going to turn that off now, and let's have a look at doing a very simple, straightforward presentation. I'm going to use this route, so record from beginning, and then you can see that the window changes. So we've now got our counter indicator here of times. So I'm just going to retake that in a minute so it goes back to 0. Because sometimes when you go in, you might have something left over from the last PowerPoint presentation that you created. The edit button will take you back to the screen we were on previously, where you've got the record tab, etc. And the export will export your video as an MP4, and that will place it or navigate to wherever you want to place it. We've got our audio here, and we've got our turn camera on or off. So if you click there, you can see you are on camera. You can adjust your laptop or your device to make sure that you're sitting there. You can then blur the background of that so you can't see anything else. And then you could turn it off if you don't want to have it on the recording. You've got this little button here. You've got how you can change what you're using with regard to camera and microphone. Always good to check and test before you start to make sure that these things are actually working. And you can do that just by looking at your normal volume. So if you right click on the volume in the bottom right hand corner, you've got open sound settings, and you can, I'll just drag this onto the screen, and you can check and test these things here to make sure that they're working. Let's close that. So we're in our PowerPoint. I'm going to also look at the presenter views before we move on, before we clear this. So here's our views that we were talking about. You've got that teleprompter view where you can have your script at the top, and you can change the size of that text if you have any difficulties. Good tip is to make sure that you don't put too much text in, because if you start reading a paragraph, that's exactly how your PowerPoint is going to come across to your audience, that you're actually reading it, which isn't very, engaging would be the word. So you can have it that way, or you can actually have it with the notes that you would. So you've got presenter view is the other one, which is down here. So you would have put some notes on here and told yourself you have an animation coming up if that's what you want to do. Lots of stuff there. And you can also change the text size here as well. So there are different views. I'm going to go back into the slide view, which is just the slide itself, because I'm not doing a lot of information. Remember, when you do slides, keep it simple, keep it in bullet points. So what the slide is doing is giving the audience a flavour of what's coming, and nice and clear, not too much text to look at. And it's giving you a prompt to actually say more about that area that you're bringing up. So that's a good way to think about PowerPoints. Also, let's have a look now at starting. So I'm going to leave my camera off, but you can put yours on if you wish. And then we're going to clear from all slides, and you will see that this starts from 0 and it was counting down from 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it gives you time to get ready to start. If at any point you want to pause, you can pause. So if you feel that you've lost the thread or you're not quite sure what's coming next, you can pause and then you can restart again. So what it's doing is recording the slide there, and it's recording the overall time here. So if we then want to go on, we can use the down arrow key on our keyboard to go to the next thing. You can see that that changes, and now this is the overall still, so it's down to only a couple of seconds. If I click, I can bring in my animation, just as I would with a normal PowerPoint, and then bring in any bullet points, etc. that I want to talk about. If you've got a lot of bullet points like this, that's small and short and sweet, then probably bringing them together is a better idea than one at a time, because then it goes on for too long. So think about all these things that your audience, it might help them to stay with you more while you're presenting. So then we're going down again, watch it change at the top. Once again, it's changed. And you can see on this slide, it's quite a lot of information, smaller bits of information. So maybe that could be changed and offered in a different way. So it could be like on a two-way slide, so you could have some of it over there, some of it over here, take off the icon. Or you could just make sure that you do short and sweet on them and cover them rather quickly. So as long as your audience can see them, they're still big enough. And remember that PowerPoint always puts text in a particular size, because that's what the purpose of the application is, that people can see it. So if you make it too small or add too much to a slide, then it's getting smaller and smaller. So you go through your presentation, talking about different things, and then maybe you can even go to a link or something if you want to. Lots of different things going on, and eventually you will get to the end of your presentation, and then what you can do is you got there, and then you can see that end of print. Click here to export your video, so you don't even have to go to the export that was up there. I'm going to browse. I'm going to pop it onto my desktop. It's got wording and everything's fine, and I can just export without going down there and checking that. And you can see that this goes right along. Eventually it will export the video, and then we will have it on the desktop and able to run it and check it and make sure that everything's okay. So remember, don't panic. Best thing to do is get started, have an idea of what you're going to say to introduce yourself, introduce what you're doing, and then remember, you've always got that pause feature, and you can do them slide by slide as well. It's exported it successfully. There it is there. Okay, so we can minimize and go to our desktop, find what we've just done. And this is the one that we've done today. This is the one where you've got the entire screen and it's showing you everything that you need. So hopefully that will help. Remember, you've got Learn More. You can find out there what's going on, and you can think about those different things. Thank you.